As part of our GSC 5502 hands-on oceanography study unit, we visited Naples in the south of Italy. The excursion was 2 days long, specifically from the 15th to the 16th of January. Naples lies in the Gulf of Napoli. The Gulf includes 3 islands, Ischia, Procida, and Capri, and it is also known as the Campanian Archipelago. We visited multiple sites connected to the CEU Alliance, where presentations were held about their efforts for conservation and on land-sea interactions. In this video, those visits will be presented and explained in further detail. The Parthenope University of Naples, as a member of the CEU Alliance, in cooperation with the University of Malta, was able to host this excursion and organize the visits to sites that contribute to their work. The mission of this cooperation is to build up partnerships between the universities that are based on open governance and promote co-creation. With this approach, the Parthenope University establishes links with stakeholders so that all can contribute to implementation of main marine activities. As an example, we can refer to the contribution of the university to the work of MARTE as a CEU associated partner. The Parthenope University is also linked to the Gaiola Underwater Park, where trainship opportunities are provided to students who are interested in a variety of fields, such as biology, oceanography, geology, archaeology, etc.
The Gaiola Underwater Park is a marine protected area that stretches from Borgo de Marchiaro to the Bay of Trentaremi and showcases a blend of geological, ecological, and historical elements. Managed by the Gaiola Onulis Interdisciplinary Studies Center, covering approximately 42 hectares, the park's underwater terrain features ancient ruins and diverse Mediterranean flora and fauna. The etymology of Gaiola remains subject to various interpretations, with suggestions rooted from Latin and Neapolitan, reflecting its geological formations. Historically, the appeal of Gaiola dates back to ancient times, evidenced by submerged archaeological remnants, an important one being the area used for pioneering oyster and eel cultivation. During our exploration, our guides illuminated the tireless efforts regarding conservation undertaken to safeguard this marine protected area. They recounted stories of refurbishment and the implementation of stringent regulations aimed at preserving the delicate balance of the ecosystem while ensuring sustainable tourism practices.
The MARTE Consortium hosted our group to present some information about the projects they are currently working on. MARTE is a logistics company with a goal to promote and manage projects related to land-sea logistics and the blue economy. Their focus is on research and development of coastal areas, which involves modeling, analyzing market trends, and designing sustainable infrastructure. Some of the projects they are currently working on include the investigation of efficient port management strategies, developing PAD software to help accommodate higher volumes of traffic in ports, and creating management support tools. MARTE works in collaboration with the Parthenope University of Naples and the CEU Alliance in many of their projects to bridge gaps between public and private sectors. For example, they are currently developing a nearcasting algorithm which would provide a support tool for deep and shallow sea commanders. This was a relatively new branch of oceanography that we had not yet learned much about prior to this visit. It was interesting to view the economic perspective of oceanography specifically related to marine research and sustainable development efforts currently underway.
On January 16th, we visited the Darwin Dorn Museum, situated in the Anton Dorn Zoological Station of Naples. The museum is specifically dedicated to citizen education about the ocean and the research methodologies employed by the zoological station. We started our visit with the concept of the coral of life, as opposed to the popular concept of the tree of life, as the coral branches are a better representation of how species evolve and specifically of Darwin's theory of evolution. During our tour, we followed a path from the history of the museum's founding fathers and their ideas about scientific education. We were guided through the levels of the water column, where visitors can learn about how light, pressure, and temperature change with depth in the ocean. The next rooms were adorned with colorful exposition of various species found at different benthic levels, as well as showcase preserved specimens used for scientific research at the station. As we walked through the museum's thematic rooms, we observed many species of fossil conserved at the museum, and we walked through a room dedicated to Darwin's theory of evolution. Lastly, in the final rooms, we could see murals portraying different families of marine organisms, such as plankton and nekton, as well as an interactive exposition of dried shark skin and the preserved skeleton of a sperm whale.
Close to the Stazione Zoologica Anton Dorn lies the Aquarium Napoli, which was the first public aquarium in Italy and is part of the zoological station and opened in 1874. Here we learned about the flora and fauna of the Gulf of Naples and its specific environments, from seagrass meadows to caves and deep sea environments. Different tanks are dedicated to these environments and show the visitors what can be found underneath the sea surface, each environment having its own ecosystem. Additionally, we heard about the threats the Mediterranean is facing in the form of invasive species such as the lionfish, which have migrated through the Suez Canal from the Red Sea into the Mediterranean, likely due to rise in sea temperature. In addition to the Mediterranean ecosystems, the aquarium has a tropical tank as well. Scientists and visitors can compare the difference between different areas of the ocean within the Aquarium Napoli.
In conclusion, the trip to the Parthenope University of Naples provides us as students of Applied Oceanography with a valuable experience, featuring exposure to innovative methodologies and technologies, and various research teams regarding the marine area. Reflective site visits enriched our understanding alongside the city exploration and the sampling of the famous limoncello.